Just a heads up, while recording it, I didn't realize there was a random Giselle picture in the top right. I noticed a few minutes into the video, so just bear with it. Alright lads, so today we're over on Guild Quest to just quickly showcase this Guild Quest team that I have been using, but more so demonstrate the fact that can White nuke? And yeah, it's quite obviously can nuke. Especially if you're like me that does have him max transcended. For those that don't know though, White makes for an excellent character in 4 different types of guild quests. His killers include Soriba and also no affiliation, so you can use him in those 4 types of guild quest weeks. Even at 1 out of 5, if your sides are good enough, he can definitely do some respectable damage on his soul bomb, but ideally the more dupes you get, the easier it gets for him to nuke through all 5 waves. At the same time, he also doubles down as a good support character, since he can give a mind character 30% more damage on their soul bomb. Pair that with someone like 7th Anniversary Ichigo, and technically this White can be used in 6 different types of guild quests, which is absolutely insane. Either way though, for those that are wondering on the build itself, we're just going to go with a simple build here. A Kamari, Tension Tire, and also Sticker, all with 30% SP. When it comes to the Soul Bomb, we have 3 full stamina damage soul trades, just giving us the most full stamina possible. And then when it comes to our bonus abilities, we have full stamina damage, and of course also weakened defense. For those that are curious on why our Soul Bomb will be doing a lot of damage, of course we do have him max transcended, but remember the character itself does have bombardment +1, so his Soul Bomb is hitting 8 times. He does 100% more damage to any enemy that he inflicts with a status element. He has the weakened defense, and of course, he also does have the spiritual pressure boost, so when you do inflict a status element, you get an 80% stat boost to your spiritual pressure stat. To go alongside that, we have some really good sides too. Spirits are fair with Yukaname, actually a good side here since his SA2 is a distant AoE into a tracking vortex, one of the best strong attacks too to have in Guild Quest content when it comes to just sinking with a soul bomb. Although, to be fair, White should be doing most of the damage anyway, but either way, a very similar build, T set, fortification pill, and of course also a no affiliation sticker. Links include full stamina damage and also strong attack damage. He is of course max transcended, although it doesn't really matter that much. White is doing the most of the carrying here. And then his bonus abilities is Last Ditch and Stamina Recovery. You can see I haven't even changed his bonus abilities for the idea of using them in guild quests. Ideally you would want to use full stamina and damage to lacerate, but I just simply don't need to. Same goes for Macy, very similar build, Kamari, fortification pill, and also sticker. And then we have a hybrid of full stamina damage and of course also strong attack damage. Once more, max transcended. It's a pretty well-heavy team, I will say. But again, it doesn't matter. You'll see why. In her case, she has full stamina damage and also pierce barrier. Once more, haven't changed her bonus abilities because I'm using her elsewhere in Brave Battles. And the extra damage that I could give to her really doesn't matter all too much because we're already doing so much overkill damage anyway. With that said though, let's jump into the Guild Quest and see if you can possibly nuke this quest. But to be honest, it shouldn't come as a surprise. At max transcendence, yeah, the team nukes. Let's go in. Let's use our Soul Bomb. I think in this case, it really doesn't matter what strong attack the characters on the side do use. In this case though, both Kaname and also Macy have a distant AoE into a tracking vortex. So if they hypothetically both use it at the same time, or if Macy decides to use her SA3, then that's just even more damage to go into the 5th wave, where then White can of course do that extra bit of damage with his Soul Bomb. In that case though, very simple run when you have a team like this. We went in, we used our Soul Bomb, sub 1 seconds. You obviously can get higher. I'm not going to do that right now though. You know, if you reset enough or if you're fast enough more so, you can go for like a 0.2 second run. You can even go for a 0 second run with this particular team. And I just realized there was a random Giselle image on the top right. Okay, let me just remove that. Anyway, continuing on. What we're next going to do is remove a character. Can we nuke now with just 2 characters? You know, of course, with 3 max transcendable characters, we should be able to nuke. But what about 2? Let's find out. All right, then here we go. So again, just flash step forward. Let's Soul Bomb. And there we go, another successful nuke, this time with just 2 characters, and I think in that case, Macy probably used her SA3. I think that would be the hope. Of course, a tad bit slower there, but still another successful run. And then let's do another test. This time, let's remove Macy. So now we already have 1 character. Maybe Macy or Kaname didn't even need to be on the team. I think in this case, we have a good enough build to actually run through this. Let's try out just 1 character. Can White single-handedly beat 4 different types of guild quests without even needing extra support, without even needing a boost? Let's find out. Let's go in, let's Soul Bomb. Look at that. Look at that. Man can single-handedly nuke 4 different types of guild quests. This is why we're getting a new guild quest. Now, I know not every person's going to have this character max transcended. He is a premium character, so you will eventually get him max transcended, potentially sometime next year. But we're getting a lot of nukers for guild quest content, and a lot of great side characters too. But you have White in this case that can single-handedly Soul Bomb an entire, all 5 waves of guild quests for 4 different types of guild quests. This right here is why we are getting a harder difficulty, so you can't just do that. And I do think we need to be be fair, since we've gotten all these like really overpowered characters for the better half of like 6 months now, most of the competitive S-rank guilds have been competing for milliseconds, because everyone for the most part is getting sub 1, sub 5s. A score like this nowadays really isn't that impressive because a lot of characters can do it. I'm not sure if some of you lads remember back in the old days, we couldn't even believe to nuke without a character that doesn't have weakening on a soul bomb. Now characters like White don't even have weakening. Can soul bomb all 5 waves by himself. It's crazy. But of course, that's only possible if you have the character max transcended. But again, if he's soul bombing all 5 waves at 5 out of 5, if you have him 4-5, 3-5, with good enough sides, you should be able to go through mostly all 5 waves. If not, get a very easy sub 5 second clear time. And that's why I think he is a character worth investing in, especially if they potentially nuke weakening. For those that aren't aware, they don't show it here, but from going from the normal difficulty to the hard difficulty, every enemy in this quest has an 80% resistance to weakening. It only lasts about a second or two, because they know weakening's quite OP. So I'm kind of curious to see what the upcoming rules will be for the new potential ultimate difficulty, whatever they want to call it, because they might make it so, you know, nuking is even cut in half more. Maybe you only do 25% of the damage on your soul bomb. Maybe you can't even apply weakening. I'm not really too sure. I don't know what Caleb are cooking up, but the jump from normal to hard was quite hard, to be fair, when that first happens. So I'm kind of looking forward to the new difficulty, especially because it'll be a new place to take out some of these more broken characters, especially some of those mid-month characters that you don't really use too much, but still get some really good damage in Guildquest content. I think main example would be Kagarosa. Not a lot of people do use him, but he's actually a really good Guildquest character. Either way though, lads, that was the video for today. Just checking out if 8th Anniversary White can nuke. And of course, the answer to no one's surprise is yes, he can. He's someone I'm definitely going to try and get dupes of on my ult account, since I do have a max transcended here. My ult account only has him 1 out of 5. His Brave Fest should be sometime November, maybe December, maybe January. And I'm probably going to have to pull on it. Despite him being premium, I do want to get this character max transcended both of my accounts. Fortunately, I have him max transcended on my main account. Got very lucky on the 8th Anniversary summons. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what score you guys are getting in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.